I always do the beginning words of the intro, which I think is unfair. Kai, how about you lead us in right now?
Okay. I am totally prepared for this, 100%.
And
Welcome
that's why
back,
we're
everyone, to the uh,
Totally Prepared podcast.
Big Ol' Floppy Cocks and Titties podcast. And the
Ooh, and
titties,
titties.
because I want to mix it up a little bit.
No, hold on, no. Oh, I'm crossing it out already. We're done with that. None of that.
Alright, good.
This is a Christian server, you fiend.
Yeah, cross that one out.
Shit, I should
Hello.
be here then.
Hello and welcome to the Redacted podcast, where nobody gives a shit. I'm Matt, that was Kai, and Jason kind of spoke up in the background, but I'm now going to ask that he reintroduce himself.
Hi!
Yep, there you go.
Yay! I'm here too.
Yep, yeah, you fucking are. We skipped a week almost, kind of, but that's because this week's a double feature.
Shh! Yeah, don't tell them that. Don't scratch it out. Don't mention it.
Unfortunately for you, I hold the redacted pen, and I'm not redacting that.
Shit. God damn.
You have no power here.
Apparently, I don't have any power anywhere.
No.
You
Wait!
used to have power.
I can tweet out a picture of my dick on our account. Yes, I have so much power.
Yeah, you do. Look at that power play. There's a cat in the background.
And then no one ever hears from Jason ever again.
That's how we end it. That's the end when I accidentally just send out a dick pic.
Accidentally, quotations.
Listen, I'm not pro Jared, all right?
Oof. Yikes.
You have my permission to leave the group the second any one of us starts a body positivity Tumblr.
Okay. That's fair. I guess. I think what he's trying to say is, Kai, you need to lose weight.
No, that was the thing with Pro Jared. He had a quote body positivity Tumblr, which was, "Hey fans, send me nudes," and that's how he'd send people back his nudes through that communication.
Nice. That's one way to do it, I guess.
Sin Jared, it was called.
Huh.
'Cause sinner.
I don't.
Hey, that was a situation. It's kind of still a situation. I don't really know what to make of it, but it's a situation, all right.
Yeah.
Neither.
Yeah, it's we talked about this on the podcast, didn't we?
We did. I think twice now.
Yeah.
so.
That whole situation got sparked back up like last week.
I feel like
I'd
rather talk about the societal angle of this now because, like, why do I care? Why do I care so much about someone I don't actively know?
I don't know, because we worship celebrities in this day and age.
Not even that. Not even that. Think about it like this, Jay. What are we doing right now?
Wasting our time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but also kind of attempting the same thing. I feel like there's this culture of internet friendship, vicarious internet friendship, where you've got these people that you kind of become vicarious friends with through their experiences, through their displayed works of art that you become familiar with and want to be friends with, but are not actually, and you do not know them personal. But because of that, you become invested in them, in their lives.
Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing as celebrity worship, though.
Is it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's the same. Like it's the same connection that people have with the Kardashians, are the ones that are the things that we have with a lot of YouTubers or actors. I hold Danny Sexbang or Dan Avedon from Game Grumps and Ninja Sex Party in as high esteem as I hold Chris Evans or Robert Downey Jr. It's like same kind of like I want to see more things about you. I want to learn more about you, and then forming a connection with the personality that they put out into the world. Whether or not that's how they truly work or not is a very different scenario. But Like it's that same idea of like being really into a celebrity for whatever reason. Like the same thing that we do with with YouTubers is what people do when they're watching, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
I always kind of thought that the latter was more of a side or an idealism of somebody else's life that you would desire rather than the interpersonal. But that does make sense. I was never into celebrities, and I'm still really not. So I guess that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely a difference between like seeing people like the Kardashians and their money and like you want to project onto that. But I know that there are times that like I'm watching Game Grumps and I'm like, damn, I really want to do this. And then like as I've spoken about before, one of the greatest inspirations to actually like kick me into selling this a lot more to you guys was seeing a couple interviews with Dan when he was talking about starting on Game Grumps and stuff. It's a very similar thing of we watch videos, and yeah, they're funny or cool and stuff, and they're artistic interpretations of our thoughts and opinions, but that's still a way of understanding another person's mentality in life, which is relatively similar to watching a show that that these actors or individuals are a part of,
or at least the projection of what is their idealisms or thoughts in life, what is presented rather than what could be possibly internal.
Yeah, exactly.
Jason, have you ever seen Schenectady, New York?
I don't think so.
It's an interesting little film with a very, I want to say, depressing message. One of them is that like time never stops, and that no matter what, nobody will ever actually understand you, and that you'll try as you might, but there's always going to be that small amount of dissonance, and people only work actively for themselves, and it's just when those things overline do relationships happen. I've understood the message of that many times, but I've never really agreed with it. Or no, I've understood my interpretation of the matter, but there is always that projected or presented form of personality or persona that one wants to give off to the public, which is usually independent of their internal kind of or internalized persona, the things that they don't want to show people. Speaking of which, that's also a concept in persona and a lot of psych. The idea of self, shadow, and I think anima, something like that.
Yeah, it's anima. Yeah.
Ego is a very interesting concept, but just in part of that is that presentation to the world. And I feel like these two little factors are the only thing that really separates this kind of perceived vicarious friendship and almost a real friendship. You'll never be able to truly explore the facets of what's not presented by someone in this kind of vicarious, glimpse, window-esque relationship that you get online. And I say that very kind of paradoxically because also in Schenectady, New York, windows were a big theme, and even if you were physically close to someone or status close to someone, you still wouldn't know everything about them, which I guess is very true. But I feel like in physical presence, there's a lot more people will do and show that offers more insight to their mentality than just what is presented over the internet or through television created works.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Just to clarify real quick, it's the self, the persona, the shadow, and the anima or animus.
Okay.
Yeah. There's 4 parts. It's on Jungian archetypes.
I am not a psych major.
The persona is the mask that we put onto the world in everyday situations. The shadow is
the dissonance between the persona and the self.
Yep. The anima is how we reflect. Anima/animus is how we reflect on ourselves and how we internalize ourselves. And then there's the true self, which is something that allegedly is not seen.
Mm-hmm.
Or cannot be reflected on.
Yep.
Because the self is a composite of everything else.
There's a lot of new wave Christianity that also thinks a lot towards this facets of ego and self-based individualism, and this is hard to explain. Richard Rohr is someone that my parents fucking love to death, and because of that, I vicariously heard a lot of his work, and it basically has a lot to deal with ego and the self versus one's true quotation self, that part that cannot be reflected on. And oh boy, there's just a lot of that with the idea of ego and self. That's probably also where meat prison / I want to escape the meat prison really came from. Thanks, Richard Rohr. You made my life into a meat prison.
Thank you. Oh man, yeah. No, it's like, see, the thing with psychology is that like there are things that are definitely true, but a lot of it's up in the air. A lot of it's guesswork, which is something that's like really you convince yourself that you have the right mindset and the right outlook on psychology more than you actually do.
That's because psychology is kind of fucky. The brain is very fucky.
Yeah.
It's not an exact science.
That it is not.
It's an interesting topic.
It is.
I find it fascinating.
It is.
Yeah.
The only problem is that by discovering my true self, I haven't gotten a persona and vicariously haven't gotten a stand yet, so... I mean, I guess
it wasn't fucking worth it. Wait,
yeah, why did I even major in this? I didn't get a stand or nothing.
Fucking rip your degree up. Fuck this shit. I know.
Maybe because you got the degree, you didn't get your persona.
By getting the degree,
Maybe it was because you went to... Yeah, it was because you went to school for it and you learned about it in a super emotional cutscene that you didn't get your sweet stand powers.
I didn't stare into the TV, look into my own reflection, and scream, "You're not me," and didn't have a boss fight, so I didn't get my persona.
Yeah. Exactly. Or your friends didn't have the boss fight, but yeah.
I mean, there was really nothing stopping Yukiko from bitch slapping her own bird persona, but...
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. There's also nothing stopping Kanji from punching gay Kanji in the dick. But
there is nothing stopping that.
But he didn't. Actually, I don't know. Maybe his own homophobia of himself. Wait, is it gay if you punch yourself in the dick?
No. Is it gay if you punch another guy in the dick? No. You're punching him in the dick.
But what if it's gay you?
But it still doesn't make it gay. Just touching a dick is not necessarily gay.
I think Kanji would disagree with you there.
I don't know if he would, but all right. Also,
anyways, what's up, guys?
Why do you just throw that out there when you want to transition? We're past the "what's up, guys" phase.
Because no one was saying anything, so I filled the void in my soul.
You have a very short. You have a very short something.
What?
Yeah, I don't really know. There was a word I was going for, but I've completely fucking lost it.
Attention span?
I want superpowers.
Patience limit? Dude, I want superpowers too. That would be
pretty cool.
Be pretty dope.
You know what I really want? I really want to have like just one experience in my life. One like definitive, I can prove it with someone else in like that I trust in my vicinity. Encounter with the supernatural. Like definite 100%, like not no, there's no variation of it where it didn't actually happen. That has definite proof, so that I can give up entirely on my life as anything other than a hunter of the supernatural for the rest of my life. That's
bounce some ghosts.
Dedication. Yeah, and then we can go bounce some ghosts.
Ah, yeah, dude.
God damn it.
I think that's the closest that I'm gonna get to a superpower. Is witnessing another superpower and then being like, all right, I'm gonna follow this thing.
It always comes back to fucking ghost bouncers.
Dude, it's so good. Ever since was reminded of it recently. It's always on my mind. I fucking love that video.
The makeup
I still
of
have to
Kai's
find the second
psychology.
part for you, Jason.
Yeah, I know. I've been
haven't
waiting
looked.
for it. I haven't gotten it.
You can look on your own, fucker. Also,
I did. I didn't find it.
Jason,
I don't know what I'm looking for, motherfucker.
I'm
Gotta search
I'm not
harder.
certain if this is a call out, but I'm going to say it. I feel like you're very bad at finding things on the internet.
When I care to find them, I'm a lot better than when I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Are you saying that Ghost Bouncers is only a yeah, that's cool?
Looking for the second part, yeah. I'm not gonna invest effort into like that much effort into looking for it.
Hi, Jason. Well, we've appreciated your guesting on this podcast. We'll see you sometime later.
Thanks for being a part of Some Schmucks. You know, me and Kai have really been working towards this business, and it's been a great venture. I hope one day you can join us again. So have a good life.
I've
No,
been
but,
betrayed.
I feel so betrayed. This is something I've noticed as I've lived a life, I guess, and grown up a little bit. But the amount of effort I put into things has been exponential in my life, and what I usually considered a lot of effort has become a lot less effort.
Mm-hmm.
So like nowadays I'll kind of like, I'm mad at myself for not putting in as much effort towards things when I know I could.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I can put a lot more effort into, and things that I used to think were a lot of effort are not. Like when I was first starting working out, biking 13 miles every day was a lot of effort. But nowadays it's kind of, it's all right. It's pretty easy. I should be doing more.
Yeah.
When I first started out editing, I thought, oh man, fucking working with the decibels and fucking trying to eliminate clicks or like noise is a lot. Oh my god. And nowadays it's like, that's the bare minimum, man. You could do a lot more.
It's a good sign of growth. You're improving a lot.
I guess, but at the
Which is
same,
nice.
I feel like a jack of all trades, master of fucking. Wait a minute, hold on. I had a really weird ass dream, and now it's coming back to me. Jack of all trades, man.
Oh God.
Oh my god, what was that? Oh god. Okay, so I had a dream, right? And then my great aunt found out about my Twitter and was like, Matt, you're going to have to do this full time now. And I'm like, what? No, I don't want to do this full time. And then she was like, no, you have to do this full time now. Here, I'm going to fight you in a weird contest to make you do this full time. If you win, you don't have to do it full time, and I'll also give you this slip dollar. And I'm like, what the fuck's a slip dollar? And she's like, no, a slip dollar is a dollar worth 14 bajillion dollars. And I'm like, Jesus, all right. And fucking this guy from the bank came over and he's like, here's your fucking bag for the slip dollar so that nobody will find it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I need an entire bag to transport a slip dollar? And the contest was against my great uncle, and it was, I had to beat him in an arcade style shoot 'em up against each other, except he got light guns and I got a really shitty plastic wrapped phone that could take pictures to shoot the bullet. But it was really finicky and it only shoot a little bit after it took the picture, and it was like really laggy. So he was just shooting me nonstop, and I was like, snap. And fucking lo and behold, I beat him 2 rounds, but apparently I had to beat him in like a million. So I wasn't going to win from the start. And he was like, nah, you lose now. You have to do this full time. I'm like, no, fuck you. And I ran to, I think, San Diego and hung out in like beach dressing booths to hide from my great aunt and uncle, to avoid working on Twitter full time.
What the fuck? And that's beautiful.
Welcome to my sleep.
incredible.
It's very
Holy
strange.
shit. That's so fucking weird, but
Yeah.
hilarious and awesome.
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
I have weird dreams. Jason can vouch for that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah, no,
great.
I can. Oh, holy shit.
I needed to share that.
Wait, but where did the jack of all trades thing come in?
I don't really know. That just reminded of him. Like there was some not vicarious. There was some tenuous connection, and it just made me think of it.
Okay.
Oh, that was wild. That was a wild ride that we just went on.
Yeah, that was
5-second, like 1 minute roller coaster.
Yeah.
holy
It's
shit.
fucking crazy.
Oh my god.
I'm probably fucking crazy.
I mean, Maybe.
I really gotta consider going down to my local place and being like, hey, listen, I am both addicted to pornography and video games. Where's my disability check?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing that.
Yeah.
You can try. They'll probably be like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but then I'll be like, sorry, I couldn't hear you over me playing my Japanese porn games right in front of you on my Vita.
Just...
That would be a fucking power play right there. Full volume.
Full volume. Just the kimochi kind of shit.
Oh my
Let's
god.
get those Oni-chans in there.
They just give you some money just to get you to fucking leave.
Yep.
It's like,
Just to
take
get me to leave.
$1,000 and get out of my store.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Store.
Out of my store.
Yes, I'd like to purchase my disability check.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much how it goes.
I believe I have enough autism to do so.
Oh my god. It's so good.
If only autism was some form of currency to be traded.
How would that work?
You just get less autism. You give away some chromosomes.
Wait.
Yes, that's Filthy Frank lore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trade your chromosomes.
Okay. Very good.
Chromosome? So what's how's life be for you two?
It's been pretty good. The last few days have been, or the last like 2 days have been pretty eventful. I've done a lot of cleaning of my house and fixing things up.
Oh boy, can you finally go to those parts of the house that we struggled to get to last time?
Where did we struggle to get to?
The front and back porch.
Not yet. Working on it though.
Okay.
The front porch is really easy to access, but the back porch is still a little finicky. But working on it.
One day.
No, did a lot of like deep cleaning over the last few days. Throwing a lot of shit out. It was good. Other than that, not a whole lot. A lot of leaks have been popping up for E3 that I've been occasionally taking a look at.
Nice.
The only one I saw was that there's probably a Watch Dogs 3.
Yes, and it's supposed to be set in London.
Which I honestly don't care about.
Yeah. You're supposed to, allegedly, if the leaks are correct, you should also be able to play as any of the NPCs.
Still
You
don't care.
walking around through some weird hacking bullshit.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Any leaks that I would care about that you've heard?
I'm trying to. I had a thing I'm looking for it right now. There was a leak. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was a relatively large one. Apparently this is gonna be like a really, really big year.
I really hope so, because fucking it's either at Evo or fucking E3, but there's going to be cross tag battle news. I can feel it in my blood. I
Yeah.
want to fucking see it.
So some of the leaks that we've gotten were Pokemon Sword and Shield stuff. Allegedly Fable 4 will be released. Or not released, but revealed.
Isn't Peter Molyneux dead?
Yeah. So we might get a decent game this time.
Hey.
The Avengers game, Marvel's Avengers, is going to be announced there. That should be cool. I remember reading about it and being like, oh man, this is neat, but nothing stuck in my brain from that. There's a chance we might get a new Banjo-Kazooie game as well. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any of the other stuff that's come up. And the new FromSoft game is also supposed to be there.
Yes. People have been calling it Great Rune or something.
Yeah, Great Rune. Yeah. Also, maybe a new Darksiders.
Oh boy, the one I've been waiting for all this time. Gun Boy.
Gun Boy. Watch him not have any guns.
I will be really mad. Listen, Death got your pistol in the second game.
Yep.
Also, what the fuck could the plot be? It's always coming back to the fucking apocalypse happening too early and everyone's doing everything while War's being a jerk-off.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no clue.
Fury's campaign takes place during wars.
Yeah, so I guess what it could be is it's Strife, right? That's what they're calling him.
Yep.
Yeah, because it's not called. Yeah. So the thought is that Strife returns, and since he's the one that's been like in the background in each of the games, and we've only seen him in 3, that he's gonna play a major part. It's gonna take place at the end of Darksiders 1, and it's gonna deal with like getting the 4 back together.
Okay, fine, sure, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Potentially multiple playable characters.
Potentially.
Who knows? Who fucking knows?
Indeed.
The other big news that came out recently is that the Russo brothers are adapting Magic the Gathering for a TV series.
Who the fuck are the Russo brothers?
They made a bunch of the Marvel movies,
Okay.
including Infinity War and Endgame.
Now, there's a lot of lore you can go through in Magic, like a lot. And a lot that, I mean, like, there's so much you could do. You could go, like, through, you could talk about, like, Urza. You could go, like, with Ravnica. You could talk about the Planeswalkers themselves, most likely Jace, because, yeah, that's what they're probably going to do. Talk about Planeswalkers and probably have Jace as a main character.
Good old Jace.
Yeah.
Getting more
Hey,
shit.
Jason, did you know that there's, like, 10 Jaces?
I thought that it was more than that. I thought that it was like 20.
Well, I mean, if you're just talking about everything with a Jace in its name, there's like 50 cards, but as Jace, a Planeswalker, like Planeswalker Jace, like an actual card that is a Planeswalker, there's like 10
of them. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I knew that, actually.
Probably talk
He's
about
Magic's main
Jace.
protagonist!
Talk about Jace's origin story. Probably talk about Garruk. Don't know if they'll do the Catman. Probably talk about the Red Planeswalker, whose name I always fucking forget.
I had no clue.
They'll definitely probably also play with Sorin, because Sorin's a gay, like, not a gay, but a sexy vampire. So, it's right there easy. And he comes from Innistrad, which is, like, my favorite set, and it was one of the most popular sets.
I mean, I've seen a like a fuck ton of art from Sorin outside of like in Magic circles as well.
Yeah,
He's like
Sorin's pretty
a
well
really
known.
popular character.
Yeah, because vampire, black Planeswalker, who isn't Liliana. They might do something with Liliana. There's a lot they can do. There's too much they can do, in fact. Every set has immense amounts of lore.
Yeah.
And they won't do
Nobody knows what
Ravnica.
they're doing.
My guess is they won't do Ravnica, but I'd prefer they actually did Ravnica. Because guilds warring with each other would actually be a lot more interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm really hoping that it will be good. What I'm hoping more is that it'll be better than the Witcher Netflix series that's coming out.
Huh.
I really want it to be better than that, like a lot.
I mean, the
just
Russo
hope-
brothers are good at what they do, so
Yeah, they're
That's
really good at what they do. So that's the hope,
yeah.
is that they're gonna have something truly special.
Hmm.
I also really, I don't know if it would be a better idea or not, but I think that it would be smart for things like this and The Witcher, as we've talked about, to be animated instead of live action. But I feel like this is going to be a live action adaptation.
I assume that just select amounts of CG and particle effect editing is cheaper than full animation.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
It usually is, but it avoids the issue of you having like really bad looking CG.
Yeah, but it's cheaper.
Yeah, but it avoids it. So putting in the money for it will often get more back. A lot of the time. Sometimes
Not
it won't,
on
depending
Netflix.
on your stories, but yeah, maybe.
Netflix has the
I-
ability to be a service that's already utilized, and by just adding more to the repertoire, they increase the value of Netflix in itself. So they don't always necessarily have to make a good product. They just have to have the name of a product.
That's probably That's fair.
Example C, Death Note.
Yeah, but that was a writer problem. That wasn't like a...
No, that's a shitty ass fucking film, right? They want to do a sequel despite that. And that's just because Death Note itself existed on the platform and is a name, and people watched that name.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no need for integrity or quality, just the name and eyes, because it's already on the platform.
Yeah. No, I like that's true. I mean, Death Note also, I feel like it would have sold well regardless of whether it was on Netflix or not, because of the name Death Note, and then everyone would have hated it.
I highly disagree. There's a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, who have no interest in anime whatsoever, who probably saw Death Note on Netflix because it was free and it looked stupid.
Yeah, you're probably right about that.
A lot more people will watch something stupid for free than go out of their way to buy and to pay to see something stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That is definitely true.
I had a conversation with someone at when I was still working at Yogibo about it, and they had never seen an episode of anime, quotation marks, and they thought that it was just like some movie that was made that wasn't based on anything, and they really liked it. And I was like, man, you're
missing out, my friends.
You are something right now. I'm sorry.
You have shit taste and your life is trash.
And that's when Jason fired them.
If only. If only it was an employee, I would have fired them for that.
Ooh.
Fucking disrespect, Jesus Christ. True.
It is hot in my closet.
It's really nice outside.
Yeah, it is. I'm not outside, though. I'm in my closet.
Maybe you should put your desk outside and move your closet outside.
All right.
No! Oh, God!
Let's get this moving.
Okay.
No! Matt!
Adventure
I'm sorry!
time! Yay!
Anyways, so what's up with you, Kai? Have you seen any cool things lately? Any news?
No. Not that I can think of, besides just Destiny stuff on the new DLC. They dropped today! And I really want to play!
You'll get there, bud.
Yep.
I promise.
Yeah, I'll get there.
You just gotta make it to that point.
The second this ends, I'm immediately jumping on.
The second
Yeah,
this
I know
ends,
you are.
I'm going right back to Hunter x Hunter.
E.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast that just delays us from doing the things we wanted to do because we're just so weak.
Ooh, that's our new title.
Yikes.
Big
I need
yikes,
to
boys.
fucking edit shit. I need to get on the bike today too. I have so much to do that I'm not doing that I need to do.
I need to.
My wash machine has been broken for like a month now, and I have zero clothes. I need to go to the fucking laundromat.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
That's not
Like,
good.
I need to do that ASAP.
Okay, so fun fact, actually, the second day that I was ever at work at Five Wits, right? I was the new guy, had to be trained and all this stuff, but there wasn't a whole lot going on. It was a really quiet day, and my boss walked downstairs, and all of the staff, like all of us, were just chilling out and hanging out. And there were like 10 of us, and he was like, "All right, so I have an issue. I need someone to take my personal credit card and go to the laundromat and wash these sheets here." And pulled out some sheets out of nowhere, and we were like, "Wait, what?"
Just blood all
was
over
like-
them.
And
was
he
gonna
was
think
just
semen.
like, there were some questionable stains. There were some very questionable stains. And he was like, "Yeah, so which of you wants to do this?" And then 3 people volunteered. And then he was like, "All right, cool." And then picked one of them. And then they were like, "Actually, I've never been to a laundromat. I don't know how this works." And then handed it to someone else. And then they continued to be like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then went around the room. And almost no one had that was in the room had ever been to a laundromat before, and all of them were too scared to go figure it out. So I was like, I'll take it. Fuck it. And then Zephyr, my boss, was like, "Yep, cool, you go, bye."
I have been to a laundromat 2 times in my life.
Have you ever actually used the laundromat while you were at the laundromat, or
Yes.
were you there with someone else that was using the laundromat?
I used the laundromat.
Yeah. See, congratulations. You're more powerful than
The problem
a group of
is
10 people.
that they were coin operated.
Yeah, you can get coins with.
No, I know. I also have coins. I just don't know if the one down the street from me is card operated or coin operated. I'm going to feel stupid either way, though. I know that because it's been a long time since I've been to a laundromat.
I've been to a
It's for
laundromat
both.
once, and it was with Jason.
Yes.
I think it was the last time I was in Mass, wasn't it?
Yes, it was last time you were here because my laundry machines were damaged.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then we
and then we
almost
had to
forgot to
go.
pick your shit up before the place
Yeah.
closed. And we're like, oh, fuck.
Oh fuck! And then we had to rush back. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It was when we went to Lucky Goblin.
Yes.
And
Yes.
We played Magic. Yeah.
That's right.
We played Magic that day. Yeah.
And I won.
That was cool.
Surprisingly.
Yes, it was a 4-person game. Yeah,
I
it
did
was
it.
pretty good.
Speaking of
You did it. I'm
winning
proud
and
of you.
playing Magic, hey Jay, how come you didn't download Cockatrice and play with us?
I did download it. I just didn't play with you guys.
Huh? Funny how that works.
Well, I mean, it's been a great run, Jay. I'm really glad you've guest starred here on us with the Schmucks.
God damn it!
My favorite
Listen.
part was me and Matt were playing. We started a game waiting for you. And we were playing, and I Discord opened my second monitor. And I saw that you popped back online. I was like, oh, look, he's probably done. He's going to join us. And then immediately went back offline. It's like, no, he's just going to fuck off. Never mind.
No, so I downloaded it, and then it was taking forever for the cards to load in, and I didn't double check it. But then while that was happening, I started cooking food at like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Didn't finish until like 2 a.m. Then ate the food, and got into a conversation with my mom. And by then it was 3 a.m. and I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Cut me down or let me run. Either way, it's all gonna burn.
But I do have it downloaded now with the intention of playing with you guys. So, yeah, I guess.
We'll do that at some point.
Hell
The next
yeah.
time I have a hard urge to build a deck and play Magic.
Additionally, just want to throw this out there. I'm on a site for something that I want to talk about later, which could be neat. But I just want you to know that an ad just popped up on the site that said next Destiny 2 expansion is Shadowkeep, set on the moon. I thought that would.
Oh, yeah. I heard that there's a leak about the next big DLC.
Yeah.
But I didn't have time
Yeah.
to look before the podcast started.
Yes, this is it.
That'd be cool to go back to the moon. We haven't been there since Destiny 1.
Yeah.
I want
Descend into a
really
mysterious
badly
citadel.
that the leaks made me think about Shadowbringers for FF14. And I really want
Yes.
badly an MMO with a very minimal amount of buttons. Like, not as many skills, but less traditional gameplay styles. Like, I don't want theme park anymore. I don't want to be the chosen one. I want to be a bitch baby.
Mm-hmm.
I want everyone else to also be very bitch babies, so we have to communicate and actually cooperate to do even basic shit. Because that puts more emphasis on the journey rather than the end game, and I do not like the end game. I like the journey more than I like the end game.
Mm-hmm.
The end game is where content begins for a lot of people, but I'm just not into that shit. I don't want to be above the threshold. I don't want to be above the water. I want to be fucking sinking beneath it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's that's reasonable and relatable.
It's not, though.
Yeah, I guess not.
Considering, like,
I don't
FF14
know.
is still one of the only paid subscription MMOs still alive alongside WoW, and they both use that model. Yeah, it's not relatable.
Mm-hmm.
When's the old WoW servers coming up online?
Oh, WoW Original?
Yeah.
It's coming up soon, actually. I keep seeing more and more about it.
My friends were pretty
People are
dang
really
excited
excited.
for it.
August 27th. Technically 26th if you were in the Americas.
I see.
Yes.
Pretty soon.
Does that mean
People
it's
are really
technically the
excited about it.
25th for those in New Zealand?
Mayhaps. Maybe.
New Zealand always gets things early.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's New
time
Zealand.
traveling island.
Time to move to New Zealand.
Or just make a New Zealand PSN account.
It's actually it's really
Slightly
easy.
easier.
It's really cheap to live in New Zealand, apparently.
Hmm.
And it's got like pretty good weather year round, and
Cool place.
not too many people.
Okay, there's got to be some downside. Otherwise, I'd be living in New Zealand.
I don't know.
Maybe it's time to go move to New Zealand.
You can
That
just walk
might
around
be it.
the mountains and pretend that you're Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I mean you can. I mean
Go to
the
Hobbit.
set of a lot of the
sister
sets
went
of Lord
there.
of the Rings is still up.
How many
I
times
wanna
do you
go
think
so
you'll be
bad.
attacked by orc cosplayers in the mountains?
Hopefully all the time.
Hopefully a lot.
Great.
It's made me think of a weird, like, what if there were some really dedicated individuals who went out of their way to either perfectly recreate or steal props of the Lord of the Rings and then just hide in the mountain and ambush people?
That'd be so fucking great. I'd love that.
It'd be so good. I really wish that it was more legal to just attack people on the street.
I mean, that is in an
But, like-
anarchistic society.
I mean, like, just imagine walking up to a dude, throwing a sword at his feet, and being like, "Pick it up."
I mean, not everyone's going to do that out of self-preservation, but you will find the dude who will.
Yeah, and then that's when your life really begins, right there, as it's about to end. Your life as a samurai has started.
And then
And
as you try and
no.
do that, a guy drive-bys you on his motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. But he has a sword instead.
Exactly.
Yeah, it just fucking cuts you in half. That'd be so good.
He Mad Maxes your ass.
That'd be so good. Holy shit. Oh my god.
And that's when the bombs fell.
Jason
Oh my God.
actually does this and just fucking dies.
I'd be fine with it.
Listen, in our anarchistic society, I'm not going to accept any form of combat other than duel monsters
Yeah.
only. I will find and create the most elaborate ways to force people into duel monsters.
And then the loser has to
Like-
suck the other person's dick.
I was
Yes.
thinking chainsaws, but sure.
Just bringing it back to that one conversation we had on the podcast about anarchy and sucking each other's dicks.
Yep. You see, in this society based off duel monsters, I'll actually have a pretty lofty position.
Yeah, you
I
would.
won't have to suck anyone else's dick unless I
gonna get your
really
dick sucked a
need
lot.
to.
I feel like this would go horribly wrong at some point for you though, Matt.
I mean, the only
You
way
lose if someone steals your deck,
one
don't
deck.
have a good backup. For some reason, they're scattered to the wind. Someone steals just your ace card out of your deck. You don't check beforehand,
Man, that's exactly why you wouldn't do well in this society.
and then you gotta suck some dick.
Jason, you think anyone who actually would do well in this society would have a ace card?
Yes.
You are very wrong.
Listen.
See, Jason would is fine with not doing good because he would just suck a lot of dick. He's fine with this.
Yeah, pretty much. It'd be fine.
Oh,
More
man.
importantly, I would lose to one of. I would like go to Kai's house and pretend to be his arch nemesis and be like, "Time to duel again, motherfucker!" And like just like entirely throw the duel and be like, "All right, time to sick this 19-inch dick again."
Oh,
that's why
well,
I
how
just, like-
awful. And that's
would
why
happen,
Kai
like,
just
every
locks
other
his
day.
door and doesn't let you in.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
See that it doesn't work. I break down the door.
You just
Or
have
stab
to
you.
wait. Then it's no. Then it's just a scenario where Kai has to force a draw every time.
Wait, what
No,
happened?
I
to
just
the
rip
draw?
my
We have to
cards
suck
up.
Each other's dicks.
So in
Well, then
Yu-Gi-Oh,
you have to suck my dick.
No.
I mean,
I'm
nobody
good.
sucks anyone's dick in a draw.
Or do you have to suck each other's dicks? Because that might be better.
I mean, in that
Jason's just
scenario,
trying
that's
to
down to
suck
you
as many
two, and
dicks
that's
as he can.
unrelated to the duel.
Wait, what happens if it's a three-way duel? And, like, do the two people that lose have to suck that one dude's dick?
I guess, yeah. If the victor really needs people to suck his dick in this anarchistic dueling society.
And do you have to suck, like, do they have to suck your dick immediately?
Can we get money
Immediately.
instead? I'd rather have someone's money.
No.
Or their cards.
Nah.
I think we would all rather money, and Jason's the one that really just wants to suck dick.
Listen. All right, just listen. Hear me out. All right. What if you get their money and they have to suck your dick?
Nah, I'm just gonna play destruction button. That's a card that just suicides both of you.
Huh, fuck you.
Self-destruct button, go!
I'm out. Welcome to the draw game, bitch. You didn't win against me.
And then that one guy's got Exodia, and he opens up with his oh no, look at that, I drew Exodia. I guess I win. Bitch. It's funny how exploitable Yu-Gi-Oh would be in that kind of society.
It'd be really, really exploitable.
Yep.
Yeah. Just
Imagine if you had to accept a duel challenge, though. What series is that a gimmick in? Is it Duelist Kingdom?
Where you have to accept someone's challenge?
Yeah.
There's been you have to accept challenges under conditions in both Zexal and Arc V. Battle City, I think, had the limitations of you must accept someone's challenge when they challenge you. Which was in the original DM. And there have obviously been contrived reasons in every series why someone has to accept a duel. The most contrived / the least amount of sense came from Duel GX. Where in GX, they just went to a different dimension, and then suddenly some people became zombies, so they dueled them because they're zombies, but when they lost the duel, they just get back up and want to duel again. So it was like, oh no, there's too many duelists, they're gonna beat me. When in reality, you could just be like, my turn! I'm just gonna wait. Ain't no time limit.
There's no time limit on this duel. I'm just chilling.
I'm just chilling. You
chilling,
can all
bro.
fucking wait your turn. I'm gonna think about this real hard. And just
Make sure
sit
you're
down
not
and start
playing
reading a magazine.
Not against the rules, technically.
No, it's not. Not in GX. It was later against the rules, and I think probably Arc V, but that's a speculation at best. In Zexal and Arc V, they had dual linkers or something like that, where you would have a magical energy rod that would connect your dual disc to the other person's dual disc, and you couldn't leave until you had the duel. I mean, you could take off your dual disc, but you're not allowed.
You're not allowed to take it off. No.
That's probably what the dual linker also did.
Prevented you from taking it off.
Probably. It'd be like handcuffs, but very weirdly shaped.
But what happens if someone, like, is killing your child 15 feet away and the person's like, no, you gotta finish the duel?
I mean, at that point, you can just kill them with a dual disc and fucking carry their corpse around, I guess.
Fair enough, I guess.
In Zexal, that would have been totally a viable option. In Zexal, there's no reason you couldn't have stabbed your opponent.
I feel like there's a lot less violence in Yu-Gi-Oh than there should be.
There's a lot more Yu-Gi-Oh than there should be.
That's probably true.
The series...
What series is it where there's two dudes that like rip their shirts off and they're both jacked as shit and then they start wrestling?
In Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
That was probably in GX.
I don't think it was. I think it was one of the later series.
Might have been Arc V then. I know there is a I know there's the man Gogen Zaka. He's pretty ripped, and I can see him wrestling. He's got a big
I'm
nose.
trying to. I really wish that I remembered this scene better.
In 5Ds, the first antagonist, he cuts off his own arm to put on his brother's arm instead.
Interesting.
So he can
there, like,
use
a
both
way
Dark
that
Synchro
works?
and Signer abilities.
Uh-huh. Okay, that makes more sense. Still confused.
So he can summon some weird Aztec gods that live beneath Neo Satellite. They're very Aztec gods, like straight up fucking, like
Killerman?
kinda. Actually, he was super buff.
Yes.
He could have been a Pillar Man.
Huh.
He did fuse his body into something too, so
Yu-Gi-Oh's a weird fucking series.
it is.
It's
Very
card
much
games.
is.
It's
There's only so many ways you can contrivantly force people into card games, and Yu-Gi-Oh has done them all times two.
what season of Duel Monsters was it that Yugi had that weird like star thing on his wrist?
The Star Glove?
Yeah.
That was in Duelist Kingdom. The very like
Was that in
first
Duelist
arc,
Kingdom?
really.
All right, that's what I thought.
Because you had to fight on the giant projectors in order to get other people's star chips in order to get to Pegasus's Grand Castle.
Yes.
You can only be
Yeah,
let
that
in if
makes
you had
sense.
10 or more star chips, and once you had 10 or more star chips, you got in, and then you were given one of the prize cards, which were either blank or cash riches. Either way, you were allowed to participate as long as you had one of those. Cash riches let you get money at the very end if you wanted. Blank just let you fight Pegasus if you won.
if you won.
Yep.
Damn.
Which Yuki wanted to do to get his grandfather's soul back.
Because that's the thing.
Because Pegasus was corrupted by the
Souls.
Millennium Eye, which he got after his wife died.
God damn. Yu-Gi-Oh's a really fucking weird series.
It is.
Sounds like it.
Have you seen all of Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, have you seen every episode of Yu-Gi-Oh?
Pretty much. I have not read all the mangas, though. I haven't seen Yu-Gi-Oh! R, which is the continuation of basically the same shit from the main series, and I haven't read the GX manga. I have not read the Zexal manga that I presume exists, but I don't actually know if it does. I just think it does. And I'm probably right, let's be real. And I did read the 5Ds arc with manga, which was pretty alright. The very first bit is Yusei versus a man on a skeleton horse.
I knew about that, actually. You told me about that.
I think
That's
it's pretty
pretty sick.
sick because that's basically just a Berserk reference. The Yusei
Yeah.
versus the Skeleton Knight from Berserk, and I love that.
That's actually really sick.
Skeleton Knight from Berserk is pretty also sick. Just gonna throw that out there. He's a cool dude.
Berserk is pretty fucking sick.
It
In
is.
general. Skeleton Knight is the raddest.
He is.
He shows up and he's all like, "Look at my sword!
Yeah, actually,
Look
he
at my
makes
face!"
he
But
makes
is it a
his
skeleton
sword out
that
of
can
fucking
shoot
pellets.
beams?
Does he shoot? I don't think he ever shoots laser beams. He's pretty low in the skeleton hierarchy. You're right about this guy.
Damn it.
Shit.
The undead laser hierarchy does not accept him into the laser council.
Can he shoot laser beams from his sword?
He might have like a fucking
Like a
fucking
slashy slash?
laser attack thing.
He's got toes on his armor.
He does
Weird thing.
because he's a skeleton knight. Skeletons got toes.
Weird.
Skeletons do have toes. Man, Berserk is a really cool series. Kai, have you seen any of the, like, have you read Berserk and or watched any of the Berserk movies?
No, I have not.
It's really good.
Well, I'm interested in
is.
it because I've heard really good stuff, and it seems like
You should
I would really
read
like
it.
Yeah,
Reading is the only applicable way of doing Berserk.
that's what I've
Trust me
heard.
on this. Just trust me on
Everyone
this.
I've talked to is like, the manga's way better.
It really is over everything. Just trust. You don't want to
Been
go
on my
through the shitty
list
CG.
for like over a year. I just don't read manga. So I just never get around to it.
Oh yeah, Jean-Pierre Polnareff, or JP Polnareff, has showed up in part 5 officially now.
Hey, the sexy Frenchman
Has he?
returned.
Yeah.
Yes. The Frenchman.
Yes.
Oh, that's the other thing that happened this week. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge has officially opened, which is pretty fucking sick.
Oh yeah, that's true. I've been seeing.
Is that a remake of Star Wars Galaxies?
No, it's the amusement park.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really fucking sick. It's the role-play amusement park. And I want to go so bad, but it's not anywhere near me and fairly expensive. Also, I think it's still sold out right now, but
Probably.
yeah, its first week has been pretty sick. Apparently, they've done a really good job like managing crowds and everything too, and it's goddamn gorgeous. Like, I've seen a fuck ton of pictures. It looks so nice. I'm so excited. I'm like, oh god. Kai, they did something good with Star Wars.
I'm proud of them. They did it. They did the thing.
They really did it though. Kai, it's so cool.
Yeah, it seems cool. I haven't actually seen a whole lot about it. I've just been hearing good things.
They have like a fireworks display that they do. I don't know if it's every night, but I know that they've done it several times, but that might just because it's the opening weekend or opening week or so. But yeah, everything's like really themed. Everything looks gorgeous. They got the Millennium Falcon there, which I think is sick. Yeah, and they have a role play system. They have a role play system. It's so cool. It's so fucking radical. You can it's so cool. You can craft your own lightsaber through like a quest line there.
Cool.
Yeah. It's fucking sick. Yeah. Sorry. I had to blurt that out cuz I just saw an image of it and I was like, it looks so good.
Just nodded real quick.
So yeah. So when's our trip to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge together as a group?
Is that in California or Florida?
I
I think it's in California.
That's a good question actually. I should double check that.
Pretty sure California actually.
I'm pretty sure it's California. Yeah. Yeah, in Anaheim.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's inside of Disneyland.
Yeah.
I was just about to say I'm reminded of that conversation we had where all the Disneylands / Disney attraction parks lift off of Earth. Fucking
Yeah.
fly space and colonize a different planet.
No, that's why they made Galaxy's Edge. It's
actually
a
gonna
little
go
bit
to
of
space.
foreshadowing there. Yeah, it's actually going to go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do you think they built so many starships?
Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah. Fuck you, atheists.
I think Checkmate Atheist was one of my fucking favorite dumb memes.
It's a good one.
It's really good.
There's that image of Keanu Reeves at a fucking table, and it's fucking he's got water next to him, and in his cup, it looks like he has wine.
I love Keanu Reeves so much.
And I'm sure he loves you too.
I really, really, really hope that Keanu Reeves loves me. Like, deep inside my heart and soul, I really hope that Keanu Reeves loves me.
The heart of hearts.
That in my heart of hearts.
The heart of hearts that you have that also contains your persona / stand.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. And then when Keanu Reeves rejects me because I'm a fucking loser, then I'm gonna have this whole inner thing. I'm gonna get sucked into a TV, and then I'm gonna see me.
No,
but
it's
he's cool. And then I'm gonna be like, "You're not me."
You're gonna ingest a single part of Keanu Reeves, and because he is the body of Christ, you will unlock your stand.
Wait. Just out of curiosity here, does partially ingesting something count?
Yeah, I guess so. It'll fuse into you. That's how the corpse parts kind of
If
work.
I had like an appendage in my mouth for a little bit, like his finger
Nah, it's got to be severed.
or his dick.
It's got to be severed.
Damn. Shit.
It would have been
What if
really
he swallows
funny.
his cum?
I guess that replaces your own, so I guess that kind of works. I was going to say it would have been really funny if the corpse part in part 7 was diced up even further, like the left testicle of Jesus.
I've got Jesus' testicle.
It gives you a stand.
It does give you a stand.
Hey, that'd be worth
fucking
it.
amazing.
It'd be super worth it, and just replaces your
I mean,
own.
I think that having Jesus' testicle would be worth it in and of itself, regardless of whether or not it gave you a stand.
Not really, but I can kind of see what you're getting at. If it still worked, I guess it'd be kind of worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that having Jesus' testicle would be worth it.
Nah.
It is Jesus Christ's testicle.
Yeah,
How is
so?
it not worth it to own it?
I mean, like, that's the thing. Owning it does nothing until you sell it or, like, utilize it in some way.
But you're the man that has Jesus Christ's testicle.
Yeah, that probably makes you a huge hit marker. Think about how many radical Christians now want to end you.
Or want to touch Jesus Christ's testicle, in which you can charge $5 for.
Just $5.
That's really cheap, enough to discredit yourself.
Not so much.
No,
not so much.
If you go around parading that you have Jesus Christ's testicle and you can touch it for $5, everyone's going to think that's way too cheap to touch the actual body of Christ, even if it is just his left nut.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, Chief. I think that you might just be really paranoid.
I mean, hey, Jay, if you want to go down to the south right now and try that, I'm not going to stop you.
Will you go with me, though?
No.
See? There you go. Also, I don't have Jesus' testicle, so
Yeah,
I can't
but
do this.
under the same circumstances, I feel like you'd get the same result.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? Fair, but you have to come with me anyways.
I'm not coming down
And
with
not
you to the
because-
south
not
to make
because
people
it-
touch
no,
a severed nut.
And I'm telling you this because when I kidnap you and you're freaking out that someone just kidnapped you, in the back of your mind you'll remember this conversation and know that it was me that kidnapped you to go try and gain like $20 from people trying to touch Jesus' testicles.
You really only think 4 people will do it?
Listen, I think I can get 4 people before we get shot. Before you get shot, I'm going to use you as a meat shield.
When I go to hell, I'm dragging you.
I'm going to die
down.
too, because a bullet's not going to stop from your body when I'm directly behind it. But
Well, I mean,
Either
it's more
way.
likely you'll live. So, like, if the bullet...
Yeah.
So, let's try to analyze what's mostly used in the South, right? So, like, unless we get really unlucky and the guy whips out his automatic rifle, it's more likely we're going to be hit by some kind of buckshot. And if you're using me as a meat shield, the buckshot will definitely not pass through me. It will fucking decimate my insides and probably push you backwards, but it probably will not puncture you in any way.
That's true. What if we get really unlucky and the person has like a hand cannon though?
Well, I mean, at that point, then it will pass through both of us, and then I can drag you down to hell with me.
As deserved.
I feel like this situation is mostly me just holding you there, as you're like, no, Jay, he only wants you, and then you get raditzed.
Yeah, actually. This is exactly that. The old 60-year-old farmer is charging up his Desert Eagle, and he's fucking, and he fucking fires it right through both of us. And I get raditzed.
Or he decides that we're in this together, and I start to run away, and you hold me.
I raditz you. One person's getting raditzed.
No matter what happens here, someone's gonna get raditzed.
No one's going alone. In this terrible scenario of being kidnapped to the south to make people touch a fake testicle of Christ.
For $5.
Which is why this won't work. If you just charged more, you would have minor amounts of more credibility.
$50?
Too small. If you think you actually have the left nut of Christ, you have to be like 500 to 1,000 per touch it, nothing else.
You got a good point. There. I believe in it. What if instead all $5 goes to a charity of my choice? Though.
Then you're just running you're running a fundraiser with kind of like a goofy gimmick, which I think people in the South would appreciate if you didn't say Jesus with on his nut. So we'd probably just get really angry people, like really angry moms yelling at us.
And then we're like, yeah, but we got we got the nuts of Jesus Christ here.
And then probably the cops get called at some point. I don't know if they're going to be bipartisan or not.
Hey, little boy, you want to give me $5 to touch Jesus' testicles?
Yeah, we're not getting any bipartisan treatment that way.
Damn. Fuck. Shit. All right, I have to revise this plan, Matthew. We'll come back to it later.
I hope we don't.
You'll come with me to test this out later.
I hope I don't.
Yeah, we all hope things for our life, and we don't necessarily get the things that we hope.
Yep, you got to work towards it to make sure it doesn't happen. So I'm just going to start barricading my home.
Smart.
Yeah, that's probably good. I don't want to have to break into your house, Matt.
You know, I feel like the real power play here is just move and not tell you.
Yeah, that would probably be a pretty good one.
Just sell the house and move, and then when you try to break in to kidnap me, you kidnap some unrelated man, and he's just like, the fuck?
Who are you? And I'm like, $5, Jesus testicle right here.
I really like the idea that I sell the house specifically to someone who has a similar haircut to me, so that in the darkness you don't notice.
Absolutely don't even think about it.
Don't even question it.
Don't even question it. I grab him, then he's like, ah. It would be pretty. I feel like I would notice other things first, though, like the fact that this man is wearing pants.
And not jacking off.
Yeah.
I'm not constantly jacking off, as is proven by this moment.
I don't know if it's proven.
I mean, like,
I don't need you to prove it.
I mean,
I'm
the
just saying I'm not
easiest thing is
convinced.
just to fucking turn on stream sharing and my goddamn, like, computer's, like, webcam and prove that I am wearing pants.
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't need proof. I'm
All right.
good.
I do.
I know you want the proof, Jason.
No, that's the thing. Like, you try to make this a reversal, but it's like, I can prove wearing pants by, like, that's just disappointment at that point, because you're hyping up that I'm not wearing pants.
Damn. Fuck, you're right. All right, fair enough. True.
Schrodinger's cat, welcome to Matthew's pants.
Matthew's pants.
In a state of both wearing pants and not wearing pants until proven otherwise.
God damn.
There was a thing yesterday where I was like, I've been playing this game for 8 hours trying to get off. I need to do something else. So I was like, all right, what else do I want to do? And my mind immediately went to, man, I really need to get off right now. I guess I'll play some... Wait. Like an immediate feedback loop.
It's so good.
It's really not. It might actually be a real detriment / problem to my life and productivity, but hey!
Well, you're probably not wrong. But
But
it's still a
the
fun
meme.
situation.
It's a pretty good meme.
So,
I'm
like,
with it.
I feel like I've mastered snapping and clapping. Like, the thing with clapping is you never want to actually smack your meat together. You want to cup air.
Yeah.
Makes a better sound. That's going to show up in the audio, and people are going to fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Did I ever tell you about the time that I shoved a pocket of air at my friend's asshole?
Okay, so I got to, you shoved a pocket of air.
And then you cut out.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no. All right. No, did I ever tell you guys about the time that I shoved a pocket of air up my friend's asshole?
Was this Miko?
No, this was Zach.
No.
So we were at Anime Boston, and we were very, very close friends. And he wasn't wearing any underwear, and he was wearing sweatpants. And I slapped his ass earlier in the day, and he was like, "See, man, you didn't have the effect that you needed to. You got to cup your hand a lot more than that when you go for this, go for the booty smack." And I was like, "All right." So a couple times throughout the day, I tried it, and it, got it, and then he would adjust the pocket that I was supposed to have. And then go for it. And there was one time when we were in our hotel room, he was completely bent over in the mini fridge doing something, and he was I'm not joking, like completely bent over, and I was like, now's the perfect instance, and I cupped, but I cupped a little bit too much, and I went to go in for the slap. But because he was so bent over, I just like vacuum sealed the space around his asshole and then shoved a bubble of air right up his ass. And he shot directly up like a foot into the air and sprinted into the bathroom.
Jesus Christ.
And I gave him what is essentially an air clap enema.
You stray cat him. You fucking shot an air bubble. A fucking kooky dangan right into his ass.
I'll never forget that moment. And I can officially say that I've shoved a pocket of air up someone's ass.
Good job.
It's pretty good. It's a good technique. Trust me. If you want someone to be violently uncomfortable,
That's the technique.
just forcibly shove air up someone's ass.
This may be someone's fetish as well. In fact, it is.
I mean, it's Zach's fetish now.
Check.
All right. So we know what happens if you like force air into an asshole. What happens if you vacuum an like take a vacuum and put it on someone's asshole? What happens?
Prolapse.
I can actually answer that because I've had that medically happen to me.
Oh no. You gonna? No. All right. Okay. All right.
I mean,
Jason's asking because that's his
want.
fetish.
So, because mine was specifically on a wound that also linked to my ass, a lot of things came out and it was not a fun time. Think shame, pain, and shame in that order.
Oh God, I don't want that. Oh, it hurts somehow. God, I'm
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Just a little bit though.
No, there's a lot of shame and pain.
Damn. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry, buddy. That's very sad.
Just hope that your hair never augers into your skin and creates a deadly cyst that nearly poisons your blood.
Congratulations, Matt. You get your stand. You have the ability to control your body hair.
Well, too bad. I'm just destroying it all.
Well, there it is. How ironic would that stand be?
As long as it can destroy my body hair, I don't care. That's a good enough power for me.
It also grows at an extremely fast rate, though.
As long as it destroys, that's fine. Because, like, I don't have to shave or do anything. It's just stand power, disintegrate.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough. Yeah.
And then I can, like,
work.
and then I can have that one secret hair I let grow to extreme lengths to bo this shit.
Where would you want that hair to come from, though?
Secret fist of the back of the knee hair.
Back of the knee hair. You got a tail on the back of your knee.
Yep. Fucking,
Holy
you don't
shit.
tell anyone about it, but you reveal it sometimes, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
Do you have a tail?
That
Would
would
either
just
of you
fuck
guys
with
take a tail if you
perspective
could-
so much as well.
Yeah.
Because like you don't expect things to be from behind the knee.
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely throw people off.
That would be a really weird, like, attack style. I don't know.
Yeah,
that would be
it would.
that would be very fucky wucky.
Secret fist of the nose hair was also kind of fucky wucky. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
was
that's
Gasser's
pretty
farting
fucky-wucky.
attacks.
That series was very fucky wucky.
Joe Jiggler was probably the best character.
Yeah.
So was Don Rocks.
Don
Papa Rocks?
Oh
Don
my
Rocks?
God.
Don's Patch? Something like that.
Was it Don Pachi?
I don't think it was Don Pachi. I think there was a Don Pachi, but I don't think that was Don Pachi. Let's move away from Bobo.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it, and you don't either.
Hold
And I know nothing.
Bo. Beauty, Don Patch, Gasser, and Jelly Jiggler were the main characters. Yes.
I remember the Salary Man sword. That's all I need.
That was so good, though.
Bo Patch Jiggler.
Bo Patch Jiggler.
their fusion abilities for whatever reason.
It was so good. All right. Yep. Yeah. No, it's good to move on. Let's move away from Bobo. Holy shit! Oh my god, Patch Bobo. It was so good.
The sun is going down.
I don't want. The sun is coming up.
Yep. Thanks, Honda, Tristan.
Right.
Back to Yu-Gi-Oh. That's because you live in somewhere.
You live in
Because it's
somewhere.
earlier for me than it is for you.
Because time zone
True.
fuckery.
Yeah.
I remember when I was battling the time zones. Where you drive across you drive across the time zones and it's like, oh, I've got to adjust your clocks now.
Yep.
What if you just lived right on the border of the time zone? What time is it for them?
Time doesn't move.
It's always in between 1 hour and another. They always live within the secret hours.
That would be so awful.
You just transcend time and space.
I like the idea of living within the secret time.
Oh my god.
It's basically
you know
the
what?
midnight hour.
Holy shit. That would be kind of neat, actually. That would be a good explanation for there being a hidden hour.
The explanation for a hidden hour is that people who live on the borders of time zones live within secret time because arbitrary time rules.
Like time gets fucky wuckied there because of it.
Well, I mean,
So,
in
like-
reality, time does work with distance in effect, even down to minuscule levels, and our perception of time is kind of somewhat fundamentally wrong. But it's that's a fun little note.
You and I watched that video.
Yep.
On,
well, I mean,
YouTube.
I know a lot about time.
Yeah.
I've
Time is
I've seen stuff.
with your eyes.
No, but maybe.
Uh.
I've seen it with my hands.
Please elaborate.
No.
Okay.
It's that fucking Simpsons meme. Fucking Aurora Borealis. May I see it? No.
Matt, you now have tiny cameras at the end of each of your fingers, and on the palms of your hands are extra taste buds. What do you do with this?
Wait, I have cameras or extra taste buds?
No, you get both.
Oh, I get both. Well, I mean, I'm going to start touching people a lot more, and that's going to be creepy. But I guess, yeah, I mean, I'm going to put my hands in a lot more precarious positions that seem innocuous. Who's going to really fault me for my hand just being on the ground? I'm sitting down, so what if my palm's facing up?
Yeah.
Can't stop me.
Yeah, you got a good point.
Also, hugs get slightly creepier as well.
And they're
Just licking up
Licking
people's
them.
necks constantly. You've given me a
why their
perverse
necks?
in this. If I was a character in My Hero Academia, this power would be you would instantly be assigned the pervert no matter what.
no matter what you did.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the the perfect peeking quirk.
Yep. You should never tell anyone your quirk under those circumstances.
Yeah. Bad idea.
What else could we add to this to make what is the perfect peeping Tom superpower
X-ray
other than
vision.
invisibility?
Just X-ray vision. Like controllable layered X-ray vision.
Okay, all right, there we go. Yeah, that's true. That's
Where it's
that's a
like
pretty
you
good
can
one.
choose what layer is going to be invisible and to your eye, and that's just like, yep, I'm just going to make it so I don't see anyone's clothes.
Yeah.
What if that also made you invisible to everyone else on that layer?
Like the layer of things you saw made yours.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at that point, you're just going to have to hide in lockers.
That's fair. That's a good one. That's that. Wait, but how many instances do you actually get lockers though?
How many instances do you see lockers in like in daily life?
Yeah.
I mean, you just gotta like go work at like. I mean, it doesn't have to be a locker. It can be like a closet.
With the Superman costume on.
Yeah. I mean, that is voyeurism. I never got the Superman costume. Is this supposed to be like some dichotomy between Clark Kent, Superman, someone else fucking Lois Lane? Is this supposed to be like a downplay of the power trip? Even though you have all the power in the world, you can't stop someone from stealing your girl? Or is this because you have all the power in the world, it makes you feel emasculated because someone did steal your girl and you know you can stop it, but you can't? What is the meaning of the Superman suit?
I feel like it's better just to leave this up in the air for you now.
I need to find scientists who are willing to study the Superman suit.
What does this mean? The psychological effects of a man in a closet watching someone else have sex with his wife.
In a Superman suit.
Do you pop out halfway through and just beat someone up?
Do you? Is that part of it? I need to know. We need more people to, like, enact this with the Superman suit.
What if you don't have a Superman suit, but you have a Spider-Man mask?
Does it have the same effect?
Does it have the same effect? I don't think so, but we can try. We got a lot of testing to get done. I especially like this idea of testing if we don't tell couples that this is happening. It's like either that or we don't tell.
What if you don't have a superhuman suit, but you have all the abilities of Superman?
Is that the same? I don't know. We got to test it. Now we got to find an actual Superman to not wear the suit.
Put him in the closet.
Yep, put him in the fucking closet.
His wife?
Yeah, I guess so. Either
Someone
that or
else's wife.
His Lois Lane, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got to be his Lois Lane because this is intrinsically linked to NTR/cuckolding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah.
Well, technically it's Netori. Or, no, it's Netorase? 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 I think. Because Netorase is someone fucking your girl with your consent. Neotare, something like that, is someone fucking your girl without your consent. And Nitori is you fucking someone else's girl.
Learn something new every day.
Yep. Japanese moon runes.
Oh, Japan.
You not related to the Superman suit, but yeah, I mean we can combine these things.
Can we?
Yeah,
A
just get the
Japanese
Superman
man
suit.
in a Superman suit.
I mean, I was
some
just
other
going to
dude
say,
fuck his wife.
instead of having the S on it, we have a giant NTR.
That works.
Oh my God! We have to. It's a new porn parody that we're making. We're officially announcing it here, guys.
I'm not okay. So first off, no one from this group is going to wear a Superman suit. I mean, that's a personal stake from myself, but I also think Kai's not gonna. And I mean,
Nope.
There's only
Jason
one
will.
person. Jason, yeah, he can wear the Superman suit. I know you would, but that's the thing. I don't think you want to watch anyone else fuck Kai.
I don't want to get.
Exactly. Superman suit.
Foaming at the mouth.
I want the Superman suit
wait
to
for my voice.
become a public symbol of cuckoldry.
The Superman suit would be so good.
I hope so.
It's like
Fuck Superman.
Watching like
Although don't.
DC try
Fuck his wife,
try
actually.
to like compensate for that.
It would be
Dude,
so
would be
good.
so good.
Like there would be non-stop promotional material of Superman and Lois, but then people would just edit that in right with the suit. Like put a closet in the
exactly.
background and like edit Superman to actually be some other guy.
Oh my God! Can we please make this
I hope.
happen?
That's
Force
a hard
Superman
one, but I
suit
want
change.
it.
Let's try.
You know what? I think we have to turn to the only place in the world that can definitely do this for us. 4chan.
I was going to say Reddit. What you have to do is you just make a bunch of memes out of that one episode. I think, was it American Dad? What the fuck was it? Was it South Park? What show did this? I don't even remember.
Rick and Morty.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah, that
scene
makes
where
sense.
this dude
So,
hops into the closet.
it's Jeff's dad, right?
Huh?
Jeff? John? Who the fuck is Rick
no, it's,
Morty's dad?
What the fuck is the dad's name? He's a cunt. I hate him.
It is a J name.
Jerry.
Jerry! That was it.
Yeah. It's Jerry's parents.
Yep. We just gotta make a bunch of memes, like captioned memes with that scene.
Yeah.
Either
Yeah,
that
I
or
think we
just
can
find
make
as
this-
many fucking, like, Superman suits, like, out in, like, random places in public that can correlate to this meme somehow. And then just, like, caption it and keep posting that. And maybe it'll catch on. Who knows?
I think we can do this, guys.
I believe.
I'm not putting any effort towards this.
Yeah, it's all on you, Jason.
Fuck. Shit. All right, fine. I can do this. Guys.
Me and Matt are like, yeah, this is. I hope this happens. This will be great. By the way,
Not
I
gonna
don't
help.
give a shit. Jason, go do it.
Sounds about right.
I'm not willing to meme things into existence. I don't want to fucking give the effort because I already have other things I need to give effort to in order to better my own life instead of just a terrible joke on the internet.
Excuse me. You would be doing a public goddamn service making this meme. Do not make light of my work, Matthew.
Listen, I don't get paid for memes.
The gratification that you get from it, though.
That's like saying you
That's
work
the
for
only payment
exposure.
you need. Yeah, kind of.
That's
Sometimes
do
you need to
not
work
work
for
for
exposure.
do not work for exposure.
No.
Sometimes you got to do that. Though.
Don't do that.
I don't know, Matthew.
Do not work for exposure. Be paid for your work.
Sometimes you need to.
Jason, I'm going
Yeah?
to tell you this right now. Don't work
Yeah?
for
What's up,
exposure.
buddy? I can't hear you. You're cutting out a lot.
Don't work for exposure.
All right, guys, listen to Matt. He's probably right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he probably is.
If you ever want, like, I guess a laugh of some regard, some varying degree, you can go find forexposure.txt on Twitter, which I like them a lot. It's just a bunch of people submitting their posts about people trying to make them work for exposure and not paying them.
Yeah. That makes sense.
A lot of people don't want to pay for services like art or
Pretty
music
bullshit.
or editing.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful. It's pretty bad.
Quick turn of heart there, Jason.
Yeah, because I stopped at the meme train of it, but started the actual it's pretty fucking awful sometimes.
We have to descend from our several levers of irony.
Yeah.
I
There's-
can say
there's,
words.
like- There's the true, and then there's the then there's the kind of meme, and then there's the meme. Sometimes you gotta do the meme. I just found an image of a rat having sex with a dead rat that's trapped in a mousetrap.
What the
That
fuck?
makes me think of ducks. So, like, I've seen multiple images of ducks gang raping duck corpses. Male duck corpses, surprisingly enough, as well. Because, like, ducks are just that savage.
Ducks are horrifying.
Ducks have the party popper dicks.
Yeah, they do.
They do with the party popper dick.
Fires out.
If you could have any weird kind of dick, what would you want your weird dick to be?
This is a powerful question.
My current weird dick.
I mean, 19 inches is pretty weird.
God. Okay. I should have fucking expected.
I'm kind of, like, stuck between, like, octopus drive-by shoot-off and, like, bushel of echidna dick.
Yeah,
Echidna was what I thought of
thinking the
first.
echidna dick.
Because, like, a bushel is just horrifying, especially if it's a human dick still, but it's in a bushel. You've officially one-upped the only man of the earth with 2 working dicks. Because that man is an actual sex god reincarnated.
Yeah, he is.
And having a bushel is all that much more terrifying. You become like Slaanesh, I think. The levels are fucked. That's the Warhammer 40k god of temptation, by the way. Or just Warhammer, not 40k. If you're one of her followers, right, and you die, you go to her dimension when you die, right, her realm. And it starts out with a bunch of really delicious food on a table that everyone's feasting at. And if you take even a single bite, you'll be there for all eternity feasting until you die and explode. And when you're already dead.
Jesus.
Then it's a bunch of beautiful women who will all try their best to seduce you. And if you give in to any form of temptation, even if that's just like looking at them raunchy, they will rip your soul apart. Like, for all eternity, they will rip your soul apart. And I think if you get past all of that, plus a couple more trials, and you get to Slaanesh herself, she'll just make your soul explode.
Nice.
Fuck.
Cool.
Oh my god. Get shat on.
Yeah, basically.
That's not so bueno.
No, not at all.
So, also in the 40k universe, there is the god of pestilence and disease. His name is Nurgle. And he's this gross, like, disgusting mound of just mucus, pestilence, and pustules, and fucking vomit, acids, shit, piss, different types of muck and urine, essentially. And he loves you. If you worship him, he genuinely loves you. He will make sure that your afterlife is nothing but pure bliss and happiness under Papa Nurgle. You'll just look as gross as him.
What a wholesome sweetie. I love him.
Yeah, basically. Just don't vomit from the smell.
That sounds difficult.
Yeah.
I'll try.
I don't know. You might be allowed to vomit from the smell.
I mean, you probably will. He'll probably be okay with it and understanding, but just don't. Because, like, try not. It's unpleasant to vomit unless you like to vomit.
Well, yeah. I'd rather not, but I think he'd be fine with it. Just add a little bit more to his mess.
And you do become one of his Nurgles. So, it's fine. You'll get over it.
Yeah.
The
Man,
Warhammer
Warhammer's
universe
weird
is a strange
series.
one.
Sounds like it.
I remember this one
exactly.
TG tale of Warhammer, the actual tabletop. So there was so the way the game works, right, is it's multiple different factions. It's played on a grid. It's played on the tabletop and with your token pieces, right? And each player takes turns setting up their army at the beginning of the game, and you can space them out and place them on the grid in order to initialize combat how you'd like, and each player takes turn doing so. And you can pass your turn, and if you do, at the very end of it, you'll have all the turns to place your army. So you can be that dickwad who places your army out later to have an advantageous position over other people. It's generally frowned upon to do that, but you can. And there was this one tale of a guy who would do that at a card shop. At a card shop, and he would be a dickwad and try to win through this little cheese mechanic. So another guy was playing this one specific race. I can't remember which, but they had a unit that would make it so you could not place your units next to them. And what he did is the other guy kept passing his turn to place out units, and this guy would keep placing that unit. And he placed out all of his units. And the other guy was like, all right, I'm going to start placing mine. He's like, you can't. I've won. You're not legally allowed to place anywhere. They had to call over a judge. The other guy, it's just a picture of that guy with his board looking smug as fuck, and the judge and the other guy in the background trying to figure out what the fuck happened.
Holy shit.
I love it.
Oh my god. What a fucking legend. Holy shit.
What a reverse dickwad. I love him.
Great.
There was also...
Fuck.
I also often think... I sometimes think about the dumb screen caps I've seen on TG. My favorite still being Eduardo and a guy called Squid.
It's the best.
That's a good
it's
one.
So good.
It's very strong. I think about it often and I love it. There is no greater satisfaction I gain than occasionally thinking about a guy called Squid and Eduardo's tales through edgy roleplay.
It's so good.
It is very good.
Oh, the edge is real.
It's very real.
Man, I miss tabletops. I need to play D&D again soon.
We do, and considering both Kelsey and Greg will A, never watch this podcast, and B, probably not actually play the MHA one, we'll have to decide something else.
I don't know about that. They do actually listen to our podcasts.
Oh, do they now?
Yeah.
They won't get this fucking far in then. I'm calling you out, Greg.
All right.
If you do
guys,
not, the next time you see me, Greg, if you do not specifically say pecan in the toucan, I'm going to know you didn't watch it. I'm going to be disappointed in you, man. It's pecan and the toucan, pecan and toucan, or just pecan toucan, pecan and the toucan, preferably though.
Okay, good.
Calling you the fuck out.
So
Greg, please don't fucking disappoint us. Fucker.
Hi, Greg. I
know
love
that
you.
Kai is on the podcast. But that doesn't give you a reason to shit on it.
Hi, Greg. I love you.
Now, the fact that this is also going out to the general public and we're just making weird call-outs to our friend proves how unfocused our podcast is in the first place.
just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
True. Definitely. True.
That makes me think of idol culture.
A weirdly, yeah.
And we just talked over each other super hard. What were you talking about?
Yeah, we didn't know. What were you talking about? I like the idea of idol culture more.
I was thinking about like how in idol culture, like girls are not allowed to like date whatsoever super hard. Where it's like you can't even be caught holding hands or looking sultry at a boy, or else the general populace will betray you and want you to die. I imagine it's like a strict and terrible lifestyle that ends. So like idol culture, right? You have to start in your prime. I mean, before your prime. You have to start when you're like 14 to like 20. And you're over the hill at like 23. And like fucking you're really over the hill past like 26. You are super over the hill, whether you would not be part of the culture. So this is a job that can only exist in your earliest of early life. You cannot date, you cannot smoke, you cannot drink, you cannot drive, and you have to be the utmost face of attention. All eyes are on you constantly in life. It's like celebrities times 10 with more restrictions at a younger age.
Yeah.
Sounds awful.
And then you get kicked out of the industry, and then you have kids to do it again.
Oof.
Because that's your entire life at that point. You have to either grow past it or you're falling into it for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, idol culture is not.
The otaku is savage.
Not as savage as you.
Otaku is actually a frowned upon word from my understanding. And I can see why. I feel like if I ever met a actual genuine otaku, like someone who is like a genuine idol otaku, I should probably make note of, because this is the one I can't really stand. I guess every other is more than benign. It's in fact relatable in my circumstance. Idol otaku, someone who follows idols to the point of like depravity in their own life, who worship an individual and kind of have this pedestaled, idealized version of them, who will not allow them under any circumstance to break that idealized version of them inside his mind. I feel like is the kind of person I could never relate and or sympathize with.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Understandable.
I feel like most general forms of like otaku I can deal with. Like if, hey, you're an anime otaku, hey, you're a fucking you're a robot mecha otaku, that's fine. You're just a nerd with an obsessive hobby that people may not also agree with or say is slightly more shameful. That's fine. I feel like my understanding of culture in Japan is that it's kind of strict on social regulation. That you're not really allowed to show such undesirable traits and or down-to-earth traits in public. And by in public, I mean even in like general gatherings that you're forced to be with. So it's very hard to be individualistic in a society that has a standard of what it wants you to be. But this is just my understanding of it. As a guy who's never been to Japan and has only seen it through glimpses of media, being both Japanese television and like anime and manga. Which could be out of my own ass. I don't know. It probably is.
Well, now we have to go to Japan. Figure it out.
Let's do it.
And then we can have our square watermelon, and the Japanese will be like, go home. Go home.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's fucking hot in my
that'll be
goddamn
good.
closet.
Unless we, like, bring Miko with us.
We'll be told to go home immediately.
You don't... no, not so much. Not so much.
Are you certain? Because my understanding is that black people are very much not liked.
Quite the opposite. They're spectacles.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. No, they're just idolized.
I know Ganguro
people-
culture is a thing, but whatever. I also know China
people
doesn't
just, like,
like
walk
black
up to
people.
you and start touching you.
I know in particular China really doesn't like black people.
I don't know so much about China, but China's a weird place.
China's a communist
Potentially
state.
evil place. Yeah.
Do I know more about China or Japan? And both of which are probably incorrect information in a lot of places because I've never actually been there.
Yeah. Also fair. Also very fair.
You know what? I'm really thirsty. I don't really want to talk about me not knowing things anymore. And that's what this entire podcast is. So how about we end it?
Yeah, sounds good. We've been going for a good amount. All right. Cool. All right, so we are some schmucks.
You know what? Fuck
thank you
it.
for
Just,
listening.
just fuck it. Kai, cut us out. We don't need to plug ourselves this week. We're doing another podcast on fucking Thursday. Just cut us. We're done. Get out.